I came from a working class family, and I did not graduate from high school. And I worked as a laborer for several years. I worked on farms, and I worked in factories, and I worked in construction. I even worked as a seaman on a ship in the North Atlantic, a Scandinavian ship. And then I got a job in sales. And I was very frustrated. I was poor. I was making no success, and I got no training. And then I began asking, why is it that some salespeople are more successful than others? Because I saw other salespeople who were earning far more money than me, and they didn't seem to be smarter than me or better educated. And so I asked them, and they told me what they were doing, and so I started to do what they were doing, and my sales went up. Here's the great discovery. All the answers have been discovered. You do not need to find new answers. You need to simply find the answers that have already been found and apply them to your own life, sales, business, and so on. So that was my change in life. And since then, I have started or built 22 different businesses. I have worked with more than 1,000 large corporations in 60 countries, and I've worked with more than 10,000 small and medium-sized businesses, teaching them the ideas of why salespeople, managers, and businesses are more successful. What I have discovered is that every person has turning points in their life. They are moments that happen, and afterwards, you are never the same. The first turning point for me was when I discovered the importance of goals, of deciding what you want and writing it down and making a plan and working on your plan each day. A person with goals accomplishes 10 times as much as people without goals. The second thing that changed my life was when I discovered that you can learn anything you need to learn to achieve any goal you can set for yourself. The third turning point for me was when I discovered the importance of focus and concentration. So if you combine those three, the triangle is very clear goals and learning everything you need to learn, and then focus on your most important tasks, you accomplish 10 or 20 times as much as the average person. Many of my students have doubled the size of their business within 30 days of attending one of my business courses, and they're just amazed because everything I teach works immediately. And so the more of that I do, the more excited and the more, if you like, passionate I become about my work. 80% of universal business practices apply to every country. The other 20% have to do with the culture. And the culture of Finland is very different from the culture of any country. One thing I love about Finland, it is the easiest country in the world to start a business. It is #1 in the world in ease of starting a new business. And these new businesses that are being started in Finland are the future of the country. The biggest mistake that any business person ever makes is they enter into something without doing enough research. So get some information, do some research, ask a lot of questions, and you will always find your success in an area different from what you expected. Nokia is a wonderful example. It's a pulp and paper company and became the world leader in telephones because they kept trying many different things. And entrepreneurs will try many different things before they will find the right Angry Birds or something else that will make them very successful. A salesperson's job is to help people to improve their life or work with their product or service. And so salespeople should look upon themselves as helpers. They should look upon themselves as friends, because we only like to buy from people who are our friends. So the first job of the salesperson is to be a friendly person, to care about the customer, and to care about wanting to help the customer. The second part of selling is to be an advisor, is to give good advice to the customer to help them make a good decision with regard to your product or service. And the third part is to be a teacher, is to teach the customer how your product or service can help them to improve their life or work. So if you think of it like that, you never use high pressure. You simply form business friendships and help people to improve their life or work with your product or service. And when you have that mentality, then you find this is a very enjoyable line of work. You are like a doctor of selling. The only difference is you go to the doctor's office, and in this case, the doctor of selling comes to your office. The key to success in life is to make other people happy. Make your boss happy, make your staff happy, make your customers happy. Your job is to make them happy. Be a nice person and look for ways to make them happy, and you're going to have a wonderful life. The most important part of selling is building trust with the customer. And people who are low-keyed and more quiet in their personality build trust much easier and much faster. The number one motivation for human beings is more. The number one motivation of salespeople worldwide is more money. And the number one motivation of sales managers is more money. So therefore, you have to keep thinking, how can I structure the rewards so that if salespeople sell more of my product, they earn more money? The most important quality that a leader can have today is to be flexible and open to rapid change. The greatest motivation for change is to see your idea acted upon. So the very best companies worldwide encourage people to try new things on a small scale. In your life, you will have nothing but problems and difficulties and obstacles. Everyone has them. Successful people have far more problems than unsuccessful people. Successful companies have far more failures than unsuccessful companies. The difference is they learn each time. They find the valuable lesson, and so the unsuccessful product becomes a world success because they look for the lesson rather than focusing on the problem. Basically, everything in life is determined by your ability to take one step. And the good news is that if you decide you want to increase your income, turn your business around, start a successful business, if you want to do anything, you can always see the first step. And maybe the first step is to gather information. Maybe the first step is to ask someone for advice. But you can always see the first step. And if you take the first step, three things happen. First of all, you get immediate feedback, which enables you to change direction. Second of all, is you get ideas. One of the greatest creative stimulations is just taking action. And the third of all is you get more confidence. You develop greater self-confidence, which motivates you to take the next step. And once you take the first step, you can always see the second step. So in life, you can always see one step ahead. And if you will just take each goal one step at a time, you will accomplish amazing things. We are living in the fastest changing time in all of human history. And the key to success is for you to have more good ideas about how to be a master of change rather than a victim of change. And at this conference, you will learn from me and other people some of the best ideas being used by the most successful people and companies in the world today. And one idea can change the entire direction of your company. But you will receive hundreds of ideas that are practical and proven and that are helping people to succeed in other places. Hello, I'm Tracy. Meet me and other business gurus at the ICE Live Business Forum.